welcome back to Brook Valley Life, and today we're going to be talking string theory. Hello again, welcome back to Brook Valley Life, and today we're going to continue with the archery and we're going to be looking at strings. Now, the string is quite an important part of the bow, and it's one of the points where you yourself as the archer is connected to the bow. One is your front hand where the grip sits, and the second of course is the string where you're holding on to. So we'll just have a look at some strings that I've got here that I've made up, and one that I bought, and have a look at the differences or the similarities between them all, and the different materials as well, and what goes into making a string. So we'll start off with this one here. Now this is stuff called Fast Flight. Gone are the days where you used to use the old catgut or piece of nylon, or I think some even use steel wire as a bowstring. Yeah, these are all man-made. Very, very little stretch. Some have some stretch, some have very little stretch. But yeah, this is Fast Flight. This is a string material that some of the best people in the world use. I believe the Korean national team uses Fast Flight strings. This is what I used to use when I first started. Very good material. Over time they do wear, so you do have to change them out. So that's your Fast Flight. Let's have a look. Next one. As you can see, different colour. Don't worry about the colours. Colours mean nothing. But this is stuff called 8125 from, crikey, it's not Brownell, it's the other company, which I can't remember at the moment. But BYC. So these make 8125. This is what I use on my competition bow. Man-made, again, very little stretch. They come in a number of different strands, same with the Fast Flight. So if I bring this up and untwist it, hopefully you can see. Yeah, it comes apart, and there are a number of different strands on there. Now, by changing the number of strands, what's it going to do to your bow and to your bowstring? The more strands means more forgiving. However, it will slow your bow down as well. By slowing your bow down, it means it'll slow the speed your arrow is leaving the bow, because there's more weight behind it. Yeah, more weight means you need more force to move it at the same speed as something a bit lighter. Now you can change the different, or the number of strands you use to something you like, but you've also got to remember that you also need to have a right diameter for your serving, yeah, for your arrow to sit on as well. So it's got to clip on and be able to be knocked off if you just tap it. You don't want it to have to really hard to get on, or where it will just slide on and fall off. So you've got to get the right size as well. So that's 8125, and again it comes in lots of different colours. Now the other one I have is this stuff. Yes, it's orange. Does it mean it's different to the blue or the white one? Not really, but this is called 81, let me check, 8125G. And the G means there's Gore-Tex, I believe it is, or Gore material in there, which means the stretch that you may get with the 8125 or the Fast Flight, you get virtually zero with this stuff. Gives it a really snappy bowstring. I find it a bit too snappy for what I like. You couldn't use this on really old limbs, because the limbs are designed for the strings to have some stretch in them. This doesn't, and you can damage your limbs if you use the wrong stuff. But all the new limbs, everything I've got here, even back into the mid-90s, this stuff will work with. However, yeah, I prefer the feel of the 8125, which is this stuff. And as you can see, yeah, it comes in different colours. I've got a purple, blue, pink and a red. I did have a green, but I used all that. And I've been making my own strings up. So what we're going to do, because I don't have a correct size string for the bow I'm making, so I'm making up a 25-inch riser, medium limbs. Therefore, I'm going to need a 68-inch or a bow string for a 68-inch bow. It doesn't mean the string itself is 68 inches. It doesn't work like that. But what we will do now is go through how I make my bowstrings. And of course, I forgot to say, you don't have to make your own strings, you can buy them. Here's one I bought, and it tells you everything you need to know on there. So this one says it's an 8125, so that's the material. It's 70-inch bow, which means the string itself, I'm not sure if you can see, yeah, it tells you the size of the string. So it's 66.43 inches. Now I bought this, I believe, from Alternative Archery in the UK. These are made on a machine, so they should come out all the same. So this is for a 70-inch bow, and as you can see, it's 2-color. You can make them as many colors as you want just by using different materials, different color materials. So I can make a red and a blue one, purple and a pink one. So you can get any color you want made up to suit your bow, whatever you want. It may cost you a bit more because they'll have to be made custom, but you can buy them. Yep, and this is what I used to use all the time when I was shooting before. But now I've decided I want to make my own strings. It's not difficult, just need to get the right material and a string jig as well. And we'll move on to that now. So this here is my string jig. Yep, it's a Sherwood, I believe. I bought this one. It was, again, one of the cheapest ones available. They can go into hundreds of dollars, but I think this was under $100. You can make them yourself. And it's what I might do in the future, is make myself a string jig. So what we got is a place where the string can be wrapped around. These can be moved between a 90-degree to flat on. You have got a way of loosening this, and by extending you can change to different size bowstrings. As you can see, I've done some marking on there for a 70-inch bow because that's what I've been making up lately. Or I can move it back and I can measure to get it the right size. And at this end, got the same thing. Yep, they move 90 degrees or in a circle, and you can lock them in place by there, and then the string wraps around in a square. And what we will do, we will set this up so I can start making myself a bowstring for a 68-inch bow. So I'm going to end the video there for this strings. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make the string. However, I'll most probably split that video up into two. One will be making the string on the jig itself. Second one will be everything we do afterwards, like the serving, the knocking, the stretching, stuff like that. Otherwise it could go on for an hour, and I don't want that. So we'll stop there. If you like what you've seen, please like, subscribe, and do all the other things, the bell icon and what everyone else says. Let me know. Write down in the comments, please, what strings you use. Do you make them yourselves? Do you buy them? I know there's some really good pre-made ones that are quite good value. However, there are some out there that are allegedly handmade. They say they're handmade, and they can be quite expensive. So for a single string, you could be looking $50 to $100. A lot of money. Whereas if you make your own, it can work out cheaper. So I'll leave you there. Enjoy the rest of the day. Keep shooting. Hope your weather's better than it is here, because it's actually pouring outside. And I will catch you building a string next time. Bye bye.